Hi, I'm Martin, and this is the first ever episode of the Tarantula Cave. So here we are, first episode. I'm really excited. This project came about really because I have a fairly modest tarantula collection, and I post a lot of photos on Facebook which some of my friends love and some of my friends find absolutely disgusting. So I guess the ones who are interested in it saw that I've been mostly kind of titling them Tonight in the Tarantula Cave in a kind of American show type of way, and one of my friends pointed out it sounded like a show and maybe I should make one. So here we are, I'm making a show. It's a YouTube channel, and we're hopefully going to have a lot of episodes and a lot of fun together. So let's see what happens there. Essentially, I wanted to just use this as a kind of way of documenting my kind of exploits in Arachnoland, just learning about this amazing hobby. My background in terms of pets is really in tropical fish. I've kind of, I wrote a book about fighting fish. I absolutely love betters, and I still have a few, but they take up a lot of time. Whereas the tarantulas, I think, are beautiful, but also fit kind of better with my family life at the moment. I just don't have a lot of time for the fish, so I kind of keep them ticking over, and I still love them to bits. But essentially, the tarantulas make my life a bit easier, and I can still have that kind of interaction with something that I think is really kind of very primal, very wild, and very beautiful. So I guess I should talk you through what I've got in the collection at the moment, and when I got them, because that's a kind of good way to lead into this. So I currently have 500 curly hair tarantulas. So that's Brachypelma albopilosum. They're the hobby form, so I have no idea what their genetic background is, but they are very fluffy, so that's really nice. My previous experience with this species is they're super friendly and a great beginner tea. My current experience with this species is that most of them are a bit feisty, so I don't know if that's to do with the kind of crossbreeding in the creation of the hobby form, but they are not puppy dogs anymore, so that's always an interesting thing. But I got them anyway as tiny slings in May 2015 from a breeder on Reptile Forums UK. There used to be a lot more activity on that forum for inverts, and in recent months it's really died off, so I think most of the activity, like for all kind of pets, has moved to Facebook, which is essentially now our version of Craigslist, as far as I can tell, for pets. The other spiders I have, in March 2016 I got in touch with Southwest Tarantulas, who unfortunately aren't trading anymore, but they were brilliant, and they sold me a few slings. So I got a Mexican redleg, i.e. Brachypelma emilia, I got a Brazilian salmon pink, Lasiodora parahybana, I got a Mexican red rump, Brachypelma vagans, and they gave me a free Hysterocrates gigas, which is a Cameron red baboon sling, which I was terrified about getting, having only just got back into the hobby, because I thought it would be scary and bitey, but actually it's basically an amazing animal that lives in its burrow and just doesn't give me any grief, and it comes up and eats, and it grows like stink, and what's not to like? It's a great tea. After those came in, I decided I had to have a Guti Sapphire ornamental, like so many of us in the hobby. It's just one of the most beautiful tarantulas in the world, without a doubt. Just stunning blues with the amazing yellow leg markings, just crazy beautiful. So I got in touch with Paul Towler, who had some spiderlings, and he sold me 3. Unfortunately I lost 2 of them, but I still have 1 and it's doing great. Next, I found a local guy who keeps tarantulas. He was getting rid of part of his collection, and he had some great species in, and it was very hard not to buy all of them, but for financial reasons I thought I'd better not, so I came away with an OBT, red colour form, orange baboon tarantula, or orange bitey thing, depending on how you want to use that acronym. So that's Pteronachilus marinus, a subadult suspected female, who is just beautiful, and as you will see, and also equally beautiful, if not more beautiful, a Brazilian black kind of juvenile subadult, also probably female, Grammostola pulchra, who was sold to me at a ridiculously cheap price that I couldn't refuse. Flash forward to last month, and I decided that I had to have some Caribbean versicolors because they are also stunningly beautiful, and I kind of wanted to get a few more arboreals just for space reasons. They're a bit easier to fit into space, and just a really fascinating, interesting species. Seen lots of YouTube videos about them, and they're super friendly. And also, given that my curly hairs are so kind of psychotic, just nice to get a kind of more friendly little blue Smurfy tarantula in to interact with. I'm definitely not big on handling, but when they're so small and blue and cute, it's hard to avoid. So I got 6 slings off a guy who on Facebook is Moochin J Moos. I've no idea what his real name is, but they were brilliantly packaged and they came, perfectly in good nick, and they have settled in really nicely. So I got those, and then also last month I gave in and bought myself a ghost mantis. There was a lot of deliberation because I was worried that it would require a lot more care than the tarantulas in terms of time, but I asked around a few people, and I just had to have it. I mean, they were selling them for £10 for a sizable nymph at Cambridge Reptiles down the road, and they had a really bright green one, and it had to be mine. So that came to live with us, and it's beautiful and great, and mantises are cool. So I have that. So without further ado, let's show you some video of the collection. I'm sure you're bored of looking at my face, and hopefully in the next episode there'll be a bit more structure, and I'll decided how I'm going to run this thing a bit more sensibly. But I just wanted to start by having a kind of an introductory video to say why I'm doing it, what I've got, and kind of what the purpose of this channel is hopefully going to be. So yeah, let's find out together.